Hey, so I realized that I have not made a video about school this year. The end of 2025 and like the opening of 2026 was a little bizarre. A few things was going on, and yeah. So I'm working on a persuasive memo for legal writing, and I wanted to share something today. So I'm in my second semester of law school. It feels crazy that I'm here. I'm super grateful. And the energy I'm trying to bring, or the energy I am bringing to this experience, is like enthusiasm, like sincere enthusiasm. I go to school, I'm happy. I try not to have a bad attitude. I try to just be there and be present because, energy is infectious, right? And I don't want to have a sour attitude and like bring down other people's energy. I have noticed that sometimes my energy does seep into other people, just like other people's energy can seep into their environments. And there are some people in my class that I do not appreciate their energy. I do not appreciate their attitudes because you chose to be here. And I'm not saying that when you choose to be somewhere, you should show up happy, but yeah, I am saying that. Like we all work, we all have stuff. Some of us are spouses, parents, things like that, but you chose to be here. So don't have a nasty attitude about it. Like I'm dealing right now with a group member that says, "Oh, you guys got it. I'm not adding any further comment." So here I am, basically rounding out the assignment so we can go ahead and submit it. It's not for a grade, but that doesn't mean you should take it less seriously. You should try to do what you need to do to advocate for your client, whoever that may be, whenever we graduate and get barred. I just need to get that out. Anyway, on a lighter note, I went to the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl Career Fair. I got stuff everywhere. I don't even know where my lanyard at. Y'all, I was like tearing up a little bit because I was in a room full of like all black students. Now, don't get me wrong. Like a lot of the employers were, large corporations, not many like black owned companies. And that's fine. Like that's fine. Like we just have to realize the dynamics in this world. And one of the panelists said it, Miss Cheryl Harris, she's senior vice president of sourcing and procurement at Allstate, and she said, listen, she said, look around this room, look around your universities. You look like 95% of the people where you're at look like you. But she said, when you come out into this world, into corporate America, be mindful that is not going to happen. And she was like, she called it, the term slips my mind, but, civil discourse. Because they come from different environments, just like we come from different environments. Now, myself, I think I'm a little different because I have been in the military. I have been exposed to multiple environments, international environments, multicultural, multi-generational environments. Whereas these babies haven't. And I know they're young adults, but I call them babies. And what I sat there thinking about was that I pray that the experiences that they take from this career fair and the information that they're getting is all great information. But I was sitting there praying and hoping and wishing that they have the continuous support after they leave that ballroom at the New Orleans Convention Center, because coming from certain places and trying to grow and go somewhere requires somebody that's already there or on their way. No one, I'm not going to speak in definitives, but generally, if someone has never done what you're trying to do, I'm not really sure their ability to help you is going to be as great as somebody trying to pull you up. So I really kind of like got emotional because like, man, I'm here. I've never been to something like that. When I went to university and, undergrad and my master's, it was all online. So, being in law school is the first time I'm in a classroom aside from like my military TDYs and training and basic training and things like that. But this is an academic environment. It's completely different. And I love it, y'all. I'm not going to lie, I love it. Is it hard? Absolutely. But I love it, and I try to show up, and I try to be present, and I chose to be here. I chose to be here, and I want that to speak for me and my reputation. I want that to go before me as I go out in this world, and I'm growing this career field, and I'm trying to get internships, and I'm trying to hopefully, not hopefully, but we'll become barred and the best damn attorney that I can be in whatever I decide to do. So, but no, today was just pretty cool. Y'all, we need to wrap our arms, our resources, and our prayers around these children. Because, the world's not nice, especially corporate America, especially the state of the world. And I want everybody to do great, but I especially want our babies to do great because we just inherently have so many more things against us. I'm not sitting here trying to talk about division and being divisive. That's not what I'm talking about. But let's be fucking for real. Some demographics have it rougher than others. Because I was like, why do you think there's a HBCU career fair that's specifically for these schools who they probably not gonna hire anywhere? Or I got other thoughts on that. I might delete that. But sitting here trying to finish up my thing. I got my books here. I got my other books down yonder ways. I'm really trying to like soak it in, y'all. Like soak it in and do my best. And I really just kind of want to share that. But other than that, we got formatives on Tuesday. I'm really not prepared, but I will get prepared. So I'll probably come back and do a video after that and see how that goes. Chat to you later. Hey, y'all. I just came out here to say that I knew it was too good to be true. And what I mean by that, this semester had came in and I was like, oh, it's gonna be smooth sailing. Don't know why about that. Hey y'all, so the next two clips that you're about to see is the Dukes and Boots party that I went to with my family. My cousin does it almost every year, and so I have been going even before I moved to Louisiana. So this was just us hanging out. This was us in the RV, just cutting up, acting crazy, and then the nightcap. Home, the hair is washed. I had a good time with my family. I really needed that because the past couple weeks have been really weird and very stressful. And one thing that I realized is that even though I'm busy, I don't need to cut out social time and creativity time. That's something that I realized I needed to get back to. So there's not a lot of options here in Baton Rouge, but that just means I'll probably start doing like more day trips or something like that. But I hope everyone's having like a good start to the year as best as they can with this crazy world that we're in. But I really needed tonight. It was so good to see my cousins and their children who I remember them being born and now they're like all 18, 19, 22, 23. So does that mean I'm getting old or just seasoned? We did mock trial. This was my co-witness. I was one of the witnesses. Seated at the table were both counsels for our team. And as part-time 1Ls, we ended up coming into second place. Then after that, we had some crawfish. And then we had